Hello everyone, my name is Umu and I'm React to the K's channel creator.
What's up everybody, it's Henry from Classical Musicians React.
Welcome to Henry's and my reaction to Stray Kids' OST for Pop Out Boy, Hello Stranger. So I came across two videos, one being a little bit shorter and having like the K-drama scenes behind it, and then one Stray Kids version, which looks like the full-length song. So we're going with this one. And I was really surprised when I was previewing the song because I'm so used to OSTs just being very, very mainstream ballads that all sound the same, and this is very, very much not that. So I'm excited to listen to more of it.
I haven't seen the K-drama, but we're gonna do it anyway. Ready? 3, 2, 1. These closed captions are in Korean. I'm screwed.
Got more instrumentals coming in. Nice! The slides up. Ah!
Look at all that swagger. Look at all that swagger.
Ooh, nice choice to go to falsetto here. Yeah! Oh, syncopation. Nice! This melody is nicely written. Because it keeps continuing to develop, it doesn't necessarily repeat what you had before.
Oh my god, I predicted it.
Ah! It sounds like someone's screaming. Like, ah! Nice change for the second verse. Sounds like Felix's voice is several octaves below Ian's line there. Just as soon as I catch on to something, it changes. I like added in another instrument with the same rhythm.
Yeah! That's space! Let me get some hellos. Hello. Is there, did they do that after this?
There's so many layers. Okay.
Yeah, the space they take is awesome. I really liked how much of their vocal range and possibilities they kind of used. You know, for not a specifically like a cappella group where everything is just focused on their voice and how they use it, it was really, there was a huge range. A huge range of singing. Stranger, that's all in their head voice. And then they have na 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 na. Na 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 is that is the range that is the octave they're singing it in, and that's right in their middle / lower chest voice. They're singing high chest voice, and they have their definitely head voice / falsetto. Can't really tell which one they're doing, and then There's also in the verse where they're doubling with the octave lower, probably a little bit modified to get there, although I do know they have one singer that can sing really, really low, but holy crap, that sounds such a cool harmonization. Such a cool harmonization.
So sometimes there are songs that have like a catchy vocal part, and when I think we explained this in their Go Live album, where a melody would start out and then, you know, have a certain pattern of notes, right? Hit certain notes, and then it would start out the exact same way, hit the same notes, and then end slightly differently. And whenever a melody is that way, I tend to tune in more into the instrumental because I kind of know what's coming up with, you know, the repetition of the melody. And then there are melodies that, you know, like you think are gonna start repeating again, and they don't, and they just keep changing. And so whenever that happens, I do tend to pay attention to the vocal melody more. And so I was trying to pay attention to the vocal melody, but also the instrumentation was so freaking thick, like double C, capital letters, thick. And so I was like, wait, whoa, there's so much to listen to through the instrumental, through the harmonies, through the textures, the rhythms that, you know, didn't keep coming back, like they, you know, kept changing throughout. So I'm gonna go in for a second listen because, yeah, and just try to listen to different things, try to notice new things. It's gonna be fun. 3, 2, 1. Oh, and then it's Morse code, right? Like the beginning of District 9. The hits are so satisfying. They had a little pickup to that hit. Nice panning. And now this is a repeating of the vocal melody, but we added so many different instrumentals at that part. Cool. They layered his voice with effect there. So we have the unedited vocals, and then like under it we had a muffled. Not sure if he has an effect on his voice. Nice reply to the melodies at that part. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Let's start at 51 seconds in. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Da-da. And then an octave below is added in. Back to the falsetto. And then it sounds like the vocal reply had a thicker harmony on that part. And they're continuing these lifts of instrumental once in a while. Yeah, it's so satisfying. Because when we hit the chorus, it's hitting every beat, right? We have da 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 da, and then we have da 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 da, right? Which is a change of feel of the rhythm. 123, 3, 2, 1. And that's the same notes as the beginning of the melody, but a different rhythm. The chords underneath are just so long. It's a wall of sound. Word. Get rid of the wall sound. Do it. It sounds like scratching guitar string or something. Like you said here, and then we go back down to this note down here. Iron register. Back up here. It's so satisfying when we hit that chorus. We have hello stranger, right, hello stranger, so it ascends, and then we've got this synth that goes, I'm not sure if that's the right note, but it goes like da 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 da, like it descends, so we've got some contrary motion going on.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that lower octave harmonization?
You mean like at the first verse?
No.
The second verse.
Yeah,
The-
they're doubling the verse an octave down.
Yeah. No. That's Felix. I'm guessing.
Oh, sounds so good. Good.
But also,
I mean,
the
it's right. Like,
texture is completely different from the first verse. I think the energy was really, really well spread out in this, not only through dynamic level, like layers of instrumentals and the texture of the instrumentals, but also through variation and rhythmic hits and such. God, I can't get over the first and second verse because, you know, we start at a certain energy level, but with, you know, sparser textures, and then we just slowly add in more and more and more until we have the wall of sound that is the chorus. And then it's so satisfying when everything, you know, is taken out and instrumentals are changed once we reach the second verse. And then it's so welcomed when the wall of sound comes back and stays for the rest of the song.
yeah, I also agree that it's pretty well balanced out. I commented on the vocal range or their use of their vocal range, just even in the chorus. Stranger, hello. Na 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 na. Na 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 na, and then they end it sort of in the middle. But oh my gosh, like I was just like, even in there, you just covered like the map, the vocal map right here of your range, and they all sing it so beautifully.
They have like everything
really cool.
on my list checked out when, like, you know, for reasons for me to like a song, they like checked everything off the box. Like maybe it wasn't the most harmonically interesting, but it made up for texturally interesting with variation, rhythmic variation, and unpredictable rhythms, unpredictable melody because it kept jumping around in the range, and just like everything that I think makes a really solid song.
No, I think it was pretty well done. The chorus is just so catchy. I mean, I listened, you know, even in the couple repetitions in the song, and then when I listened to it again, found myself like, hello. Na 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 na. And the first time they did the na 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 na, I tried to finish their phrase because I heard na 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 na, and I sang along. I'm like, yo, I guessed it. Oh my god, I predicted it. I got so excited, even though like what I have a music degree, I'm supposed to be able to predict the easiest like antecedent consequent phrase ever, but like still that's a good sign that they're like creating a melodic contour that's easy on the ears, right? You can really just predict where it's going to go, and right, I think that's special.
Also, I think they mix predictableness with unpredictability well enough, because sometimes when you think that a certain melody would repeat, you know, copy paste and end in a different way, it didn't. Because they had some moments where they did, but then they changed the instrumental below.
Yeah, like the second verse with the like, octave down.
No, like the instrumental, the rhythms changes and new instrumentals are added in, so it sounds completely, you view it.
Oh,
so
no, like, I get it. It's like painting an object in different styles.
Yeah, like like an apple sketch versus an apple. I love how we both the apple.
A sketch with maybe a graphite pencil versus like a mechanical pencil in school. It's going to look a little slightly different, has a little different kind of appeal to it, and it does keep it fresh. It does keep it fresh. The trickers always keep it fresh. Yeah.
So just satisfying and fun and just overall bop. Or would this be a banger? Banger or bop? Like the verses might be a bop, but the chorus be a banger? Wait, bang-op. Banger and bop.
No, it's a bibimbop?
Bibimbop.
I would definitely call the chorus a bop, if not the whole thing. Like it's really fun to sing along to the chorus, especially second time listening through, because it is really earwormy, you know. It can get stuck right away, and you can easily sing along with Stranger, Hello, Na Na Na, Closer. Yeah. My gut says this is a lot of fun to sing along to in a crowd, so it's a banger to me. Decision made, banger. Wait, no, you said it was bop. Okay, never mind. Is it a banger or a bop? Let's let the fans decide below. What is the difference between a banger and a bop, fans? Question of the day. Question of the video. Bang Chan, if you're watching this, tell us, banger or bop? Thanks so much for watching. Oh my gosh. Thanks everyone. Subscribe, like, oh my god, favorite, comment. Check us out on Patreon. Merch coming out soon. Link in the description. Bye.